Hello and welcome. Today is Thursday, September 26th. So today we have Mercury moving from its domicile in Virgo into Libra. This is going to be a fairly different energy in terms of we are definitely going to be much more charming, much more diplomatic, much more flirtatious in the way that we interact with people. And really seeking to so with Virgo Mercury, how obviously they're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but it sometimes accidentally happens. Simply because they're more concerned with being right and showing you ways in which you could improve. Libra is much more concerned with being harmonious and being fair to everybody. So this is going to be a time period while Mercury is in Libra where, while on one hand we are more charming, we are more diplomatic, there's likely going to be more levels of passive aggressiveness rather than directly asserting something or directly dealing with something. And maybe even interacting in such a way to where you're trying to save face more than anything else. Just because, again, we want to appear fair, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so on and so forth. At least in terms of how we are communicating with other people, right? So the other thing is that evening the moon is going to move into Leo. So whenever I know the moon is going to move from one celestial body to another, I kind of view it as, because you can kind of feel both energies, right? You can totally feel the energy of the Cancer moon still, but you can also feel the energy of the Leo moon. So it's a combo of those two energies, I feel throughout the day. We're still feeling very kind of introverted, maybe wanting to be in the home still, or being very concerned with the home. But now we're rather than being in a homely kind of energy, I feel the energy is kind of flirting with a more glamorous kept spouse type of energy, or glamorous look at my beautiful luxurious home kind of thing. And I feel maybe more of a tendency of our feelings getting hurt through our ego and our pride, rather than just purely being sensitive about stuff today. The other thing that's going on is the Cancer moon is opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So when that happens, I feel there is, we're being tossed between two wants or two needs or whatever. Pluto in Capricorn is very much about structures and the power behind structures, the powers that be. It even, dare I say, would be a good representation of the patriarchy. But because Pluto is in that sign, Pluto is also about, it can be about power, definitely. It can also be about destruction a little bit. So there is a challenge of the structures that we've set up for ourselves, the habits and the systems that we've set up for ourselves, and whether or not we actually feel safe in those things, if they actually nurture us, if they actually make us feel okay. So there could be a lot of switching up of things that we've done habitually, systems that we have. And a system could be habit stacking. Habit stacking is a kind of system that we have. If we have weekly routines are systems, right? There could be a little bit of an examining of those systems and seeing if the implementing of them is actually actually feels okay to us anymore, or if it's actually contributing to insecure feelings towards ourselves. Or, you know what I mean, insecurities. If it's contributing to insecurities. So that's the base astrology of what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and move on over to the tarot. We are using the Rainbow Moon Tarot deck here, and we're going to take a look at what you need to know, an opportunity for you to take on, something for you to avoid, and the vibration today for all signs. All right, what do we need to know today, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. What is an opportunity today? We have the Empress in the uphand. What is something to avoid today, Spirit? The Magician in the uphand. Very interesting. And then what is the vibe today, Spirit? The vibe is the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So, with what we need to know today, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. There is stagnation today. There is stagnation because, like, maybe due to insecurities or old wounds that we're still dealing with and still trying to let go of. We're not utilizing our structures and our systems properly. It could also be that, again, we're realizing maybe it's the structures and the systems that are not properly holding us. So there is a bit of stagnation today. I feel like just because we're trying to feel some stuff out before we actually do anything about it. With the Empress being the opportunity today, again, a strong callback to what I was talking about energetically with the astrology. Really feel into your nurturing energy, your divine feminine energy, which everybody has. You know, that energy of like wanting to nurture, wanting to create, wanting to be, wanting to experience the pleasures of life. Lean into that and see what wisdom is bestowed upon you. I feel like that's kind of what we really need to focus on today, is what things are no longer making us feel good, especially as we lean, like if you live in the northern hemisphere, especially as we lean more towards like the fall and the winter months. Feeling okay is what's going to be really important at this time. For the thing for you to avoid, we have the Magician here in the uphand. So I want to say the thing for you to avoid right now, when I saw her, I did think to myself, avoiding feeling like you have to do everything yourself, avoiding feeling like also of course we create our own life, right? But avoid looking at that in a disempowering way or in a blaming kind of way. Like, if you look around at your life and you realize you're unhappy about stuff, and like, take that as, you know, knowing that you can change it. Don't take it as, well, I have no one to blame but myself if I'm unhappy. I mean, is that statement wrong? Objectively, no, but like, our needs change. We change. What we think is correct changes. The systems that you have in place right now, they at one point worked for you. They simply no longer work for you. Similarly, if it's, you know, insecure thoughts and feelings that are the problem, again, we developed those kind of for a reason. They protected us. That's what the ego is meant to do. The ego is meant to protect us. And just, you know, when you notice these things, just tell yourself, like, with love and light, that's not helpful anymore. We no longer need to think that anymore. So really being gentle with yourself today. And more focus again on, because with the Six of Swords in the reverse, this is not the time to actually make any changes. Today's not the day. Especially with the Magician in the stuff to avoid section, in the pitfall section. There's a possibility that any changes you try to make today are not going to stick, or they're going to blow up in your face somehow. So, like, don't worry about that today. Today, just worry about what feels good to you. Okay? And then with the vibe, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So this is a restless energy. So again, we could be feeling restless. We could be feeling like, you know, oh my God, I need to make all these changes. Drink your water. I need to make all these changes. I need to, like, completely undo the life I have. No, you don't. You need to just sit with everything for a minute and think about the changes in an incremental way. Anytime we try to make major changes all at once, they don't stick. It doesn't stick, and then we end up feeling worse. So just, like, sit with yourself today, feel what you need to feel. When the moon moves more fully into Leo, that might be a good day to actually do stuff. But this being a Thursday, this is a good day for just planning, researching. That's what Thursday is about. Okay? So that is what I have for the all signs portion. We're now going to take it over to the sign by sign with the Oracle deck. Today we're going to be using the Fairy Tale deck for your Oracle cards, and you know the drill. Use your sun, your moon, your rising, and I will see you down there. Good morning, Aries, and welcome to your readings. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay, so for you, we have card number 25 with the ring here. So this card actually talks about obligations, particularly obligations to people, contracts, things like that. So think less contracts and obligations to do with a company that you can't put a face to or anything like that, and think more contracts and obligations where there is a person that you have dealt with. I'm thinking really specifically of 8th house energy. 8th house energy is intimate connections. Another thing that can be considered a contract actually is the people that we consistently engage with intimately. That kind of falls under the 8th house stuff, and it's because, like, that's one of, it's a different level of, like, connecting with people. Even if you do it casually, it's still a different level. It has stronger consequences. And there is definitely a higher energy exchange. I don't know why I'm thinking of this in particular. One of you needs to hear that and sit with it. But yeah, so for you, this very much could be an obligation that you want to get out of, that you at one point agreed to. Probably because you were trying to go a specific direction and it's no longer working for you. So that is all I have for you, Aries. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Hi, Taurus, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what Oracle card we have for you today. Okay, so for you, we have card number 5, Tree. So Tree is about our health and our family. So it actually took me, for most of you, I feel like it is something to do with your health, maybe a health change that you need to make. Maybe, like, you've been expecting yourself to, like, go to the gym every single day and work out for an hour every single day, and you're finding it to be more punishing than anything else. It's actually exhausting you, and you're not getting the results you wanted, and it's actually causing you to think badly towards yourself. And so maybe that's something you need to reevaluate. Maybe it's something like your diet's a little too strict. Or your diet could be not strict enough. That's what's coming through most strongly. The other thing that could be coming in is maybe something within your familial system. Like you might have a living arrangement that involves multiple family members, and at one point it was really helpful, but now it's more of a stressor, and it's causing fights that are not necessary, and it's causing fights that are actually affecting the quality of your relationships with those family members. So that could be the thing that's getting brought to the surface today. But that is all I have for you, Taurus. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Hi Gemini, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what oracle card we have for you today. Okay. So for you, we have card number 32, Moon. So this card refers to cycles. So I feel like for you, maybe this is more referring to things like weekly routines, monthly routines. There could be something in your routines that's no longer working. I feel like for some of you, you're holding too many expectations to yourself and you're not actually living life because of it. Yeah, that's the main thing I'm getting there, but I'm also kind of wanting to look at the book, which this book probably is what I look at the least. Moon. Here is the moon spotlighting Cinderella's coach. In the Little Slipper story, Cinderella has to be seen more than once by the prince to make a deep impression. When you see this card, remember that public acclaim may be close at hand. Like Cinderella, you may be noticed. Of course, she was noticed for her beauty. Your rewards may come for other things. The moon shines on cycles as well. Stick to the plan to reap the applause. If you're looking at this card in terms of a business venture, then promotion is a necessity. Her fairy godmother had to dress Cinderella up so that she would be noticed. Pay attention also to things that happen more than once. This could be the moon pointing to something that you need to know. What lies near the moon may be things that deserve praise from you. Don't overlook the power of the moon in showing you where you can improve yourself so you can garner more attention. So hopefully that offered some wisdom to you. Maybe there's also, like, for you, you're giving too much of your power away by needing outside validation. That could be the other thing that it's wanting to point out to you. But that is all I have for you, Gemini. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Cancer, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what oracle card we have for you today. Okay, so for you, we have card number 15, Bear. This is about maternal instincts and protection. So for you, it could be that maybe you're not listening to all that enough, and it's causing you to offer your power too often to somebody else that you feel could offer you structure, when in reality, the only guidance you actually need is your own. The only person who can actually provide you everything that you need is your own. Which is a little like, yeah, I'm feeling someone who has like a really deep mother wound, and they need somebody else to like love them and validate them in order for them to feel worthy of love. But this isn't working. It historically has never worked, and it honestly doesn't work for most people. Most people who need someone outside of them to love them end up in usually very challenging situations. So yeah, there's a need to examine your mother wounds a little bit more deeply and the ways in which it has dictated your behavior, I feel like. So that is all I have for you, Cancer. Thank you for coming to your reading, and have a wonderful day today. Bye. Hi, Leo, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. So for you, you have card number 22, Crossroads. So you may have been considering making a major change for a while. The thing about oppositions in the zodiac is that in order for two signs to make an opposition to each other, they have to literally be opposites, right? Capricorn and Cancer are the archetypal mother and father in the zodiac. For you, I would actually suggest that you take a look in your own personal chart and see where you have Cancer and Capricorn, and just like sit with yourself and figure out if there is maybe a need that you've been ignoring, or a need that keeps nagging at you. So like, for example, say you have Cancer in the first house, but you have Capricorn in the 7th. That would be opposites, right? The first house is about the self, and it's about our vibe, our appearance, us. 7th house is about relationships. So like, say for example, you have a tendency to pour all of your energy into a connection and leave very little for yourself, then that's kind of what's being called to your attention, is the need to make a change, to go in the opposite direction. That's just an example. It's going to really differ based on what's in your own charts. But that is all I have for you, Leo. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay. For you, we have card number 29, the Lady. The Lady is in her princess form in this particular card. There's two different ones. So for you, I feel like there is a need to lean into, again, that feminine energy, the higher vibrations of it that you have within you, the higher expressions of it. There's also a possibility that whatever systems that you're noticing, it could have a lot to do with a woman that you consider having higher status than you somehow, a woman that you put on a pedestal in some fashion. I feel like the way she's sitting, she's looking at the Empress, and she's kind of beckoning her hand over. So yeah, I feel like your feminine energy, like, I'm gonna just show it to you. See? Your feminine energy, I feel like, desperately wants you to pay attention to it. So, if you're not like, if you're really cut off from your feminine energy, the placements in your own chart that I would suggest that you look at to get an idea of what your feminine energy looks like and how it expresses itself is, I would look at the moon, I would look at Venus, I would look at Aries, that's an asteroid, and I would look at Pallas Athena, that's another asteroid, in the birth chart. But those are 4 points I would majorly look at. I feel like I'm missing one. I am missing one, but I can't think of it at the moment. Vesta. Vesta is another asteroid that you see in the natal chart, as well as Lilith. I would look at Lilith, and I would look at Juno. Those are some main places in the natal chart that have that are ruled by feminine energies. So that's what I would look at to get a better idea of like how you like to be cared for, how you like to be loved, what makes you feel safe, things like that. That is when we tend to those things, then we're tending to our feminine energy. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Libra, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay. You have card number 9, Bouquet. So Bouquet suggests that we need to look inside of ourselves more in order to find ways to create our own happiness. If you've been outsourcing your happiness in certain ways, then that's kind of not working. I feel like in particular, someone who used to do a lot of volunteer work, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like volunteer work or organizations, and that was a place in which you once drew a lot of happiness and self-satisfaction and you no longer do. It could be that you feel like you're not as appreciated as you could be, and so that's actually draining at your happiness. So that could be like maybe you just need to step away for a little bit, or maybe you just need to figure out like what it is inside of you that wants more appreciation, and learn how to give that back to yourself. Also, the bouquet has singing flowers in it, so like maybe this would be a good day for like singing in the car, singing in the shower, and just being joyful and kind of silly, in order to make yourself feel better and make yourself feel safer, and kind of get out of an emotional funk if you're in one. So that is all I have for you, Libra. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Hey Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay, for you we have card number 17, Stork. So the stork is about karma. It's kind of, I'm getting the image of someone who feels like they need to deliver their own karma, like you're taking on more the energy of the stork itself rather than those who interact with the stork, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. Let me sit with this, honestly. Okay. So I feel like for you, Scorpio, the system that isn't working anymore is like the need to be like hyper independent, and check with yourself to see if you have a subconscious tendency to like, so say you ask someone for help and say they either can't help you, or maybe in your mind they won't help you, or the help isn't up to snuff. And so that subconsciously tells you like, well, I can never ask this person for help ever again. I will just do it myself. or I cannot ask for help in this particular situation. I will just ask for help. I will just do it myself. Check with yourself and see if that is something going on subconsciously with you. And see if it's actually causing not only more burdens for yourself, but maybe some underlying resentment that you didn't realize was there before. But yeah, that's all I have for you today, Scorpio. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay. So we have card number 29, Lady. Okay, so Virgo also got this same message. So maybe if you have both Sag and Virgo very strongly in your chart, you really need to listen to this advice, or you might want to just go look at the other video as well, because I don't always deliver the same exact message from one sign to another, even if I get the same oracle card. So oddly, I'm not going to give you the same message I gave Virgo. So I kind of feel like I'm looking at, I feel like I'm looking at both of their expressions. Okay. I feel like the Lady has a more stern expression, whereas the Empress, while that is the opportunity section of the reading, she's just very like up in her energy and everything like that. Check with whether or not you have criticism of your own creative process, or if there is criticism within yourself about how you create or the creations themselves. But yeah, I feel like for you, there's criticism going on the inside, and it's criticism of your feminine energy, and it's criticism of, again, your creative process, maybe how quickly you produce creative things, maybe what the things are, maybe your motivation to be creative, things of that nature. But yeah, there's criticisms of the way you express your feminine energy, and I think you're gonna have to figure out what those things are and like work on fixing them, fixing those limiting beliefs, fixing the criticisms to where they're not, you know, hurting you. They're just, you can observe it and then let it go, kind of thing. Observe it and be like, yeah, I don't think I need to take on that advice, thanks, kind of thing. So that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay, that didn't fully come out. Let's see what we get. Okay, we have 2 cards for you. Didn't tell the other signs. All right, we have card number 27 and card number 8. We have coffin and letter. So a message of transformation maybe, which this overall reading has kind of been about. So you could be receiving a message either from your guides or from the external world. And yeah, it has to do with like transformation. It has to do with endings, something that has to end in order for something else to begin. For some of you, For some of you, it could be like a reduction in hours or a demotion or something like that. And like, at first it, you know, understandably freaks you out, but then like after you sit with it, you realize that you kind of needed it, but you weren't willing to acknowledge that. It was too difficult to acknowledge. It was too difficult to like admit that you needed a little less on your plate. So I'm not sure how that's going to sit with any of you, but that is what I'm getting here. So that is all I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading, and let's see what we have for you today. Okay, you are getting 2 cards today. Don't tell the other signs. Okay, so for you, we have card number 18 and card number 36, Dog and Cross. I am noticing how 36 is a multiple of 18, like literally 18 plus 18 is 36, right? So for you, I feel like there's a magnification of something going on. So for you, you could be feeling what's going on astrologically today super strong. So Cross talks about burdens and guilt, and things that we've carried with us that we no longer need to carry with us. Dog is about loyalty and lifelong friends. So for you, I think it's pretty, like, it's pretty obvious. Some burdens or guilt you have regarding a lifelong friend. Someone who's always been very loyal to you, like maybe something happened between the two of you that you're not very proud of, or maybe in some way you feel like you've betrayed them, even if maybe objectively you did not, but there's something you're carrying with you. And there's a possibility that like if this thing can be talked about, talk about it with the person today. If it's something that can't be talked about for one reason or another, you can write them a letter, just completely thought vomiting, and then burn it in order to release those emotions. In fact, that's what I would recommend you do today, is to just really emotional dump, thought vomits into a letter. Even if you have a conversation with the person, like if there's parts of it that you feel like you can't say out loud, put it in a letter and burn the damn thing and release those emotions and release yourself from that. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, Aquarius. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful day today. Bye. Good morning, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay, you're getting 2 cards. Don't tell the other signs. It is a slightly weird thing that Capricorn, Aquarius, and you all got 2 cards. None of the other signs did, just you 3. So yeah. So you have card number 7 and card number 35, Snake and Anchor. I am noticing how 35 is a multiple of 7. 5 times 7 is 35. I don't know why that's important to my brain right now. But it is. So Snake is somebody who is retaliating against you, but they feel completely justified. Like it's not, I was gonna say it's not petty. It could very well be petty. They're not coming at you just to come at you. Like to them, they feel vexed by something you said or did. But we also have Anchor, and Anchor is about stability and the need to sacrifice something in order to gain said stability. So I feel like for you today, Pisces, I look right at that Empress and I feel like whatever goes on today, you need to lean as deep into your compassion as you possibly can about this situation and let go of any need that you have to be right, to be validated, to defend yourself as hard as it's going to be. Let go of that. And actually try to come at this situation in a way where you're trying to understand the other person's emotions, their point of view. And I mean, still totally like, don't take anything lying down, but understand that it's not actually personal. Understand that there was something inside of them that had hurt them before you did whatever thing they feel you did. Or objectively, maybe you actually did do something, I don't know. But yeah, that is what I have for you today, Pisces. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. Bye.